Well, LeBron, we're keeping that same energy. The Lakers have missed the play-in tournament. This is crazy to me that we're at this point, especially in a weaker Western Conference. That I mean, Memphis has made a jump, yes, but overall in a weaker conference with the Spurs, I don't even know, maybe like 13, 14 games under 500 as the 10th seed, and the Lakers can't even get there. It's honestly, it's an utter embarrassment. And I put up LeBron's tweet to start with because I thought it was funny that he told us to keep the same narrative energy. And now look where we are. There was some validity to everybody's criticisms on what was going on. Now I think all of us, and I was one of the people who criticized the roster to start out, I don't think any one of us thought it would be this bad. I think people were lying if they said that they thought coming to the year the Lakers would completely miss the play-in. When you bring all of these older guys together, well, first of all, and I may want to get to this when I talk about Frank Vogel, but when you trade all your depth and then you replace them with older guys, you already have an older aging superstar and another injury-prone superstar. It was just doomed for disaster, and that's not even mentioning Russell Westbrook at all, who I don't think deserves as much blame as he probably gets, but he also has been a negative for this team. So yeah, everybody who criticizes the team can say I told you so, even though we didn't think it'd be this bad. But this isn't really why I'm making this video. I want to really address this whole scapegoat thing and Frank Vogel himself. So the report's saying now the Lakers are expected to move on from Frank Vogel, and this is something that really upset me. First of all, just 2 years ago, under Frank Vogel, this Lakers team was the number one defensive team in the league, and they were still a very good defensive team the year after that, even with all the injuries last year. So I don't think that was just some miraculous change where all of a sudden a Frank Vogel team can't play defense anymore, or he just doesn't have the right scheme. I don't think that just happens in 1 year. Rob Pelinka and LeBron James have to take some responsibility for the way this roster was put together, because their defensive struggle is because of the roster, not the coaching. I mentioned the depth they lost earlier. When you trade KCP, when you let Caruso walk, and then you bring in Russell Westbrook and you bring in older guys who don't really defend or can't really defend, you're setting yourself up for failure. And that's not even bringing up the situation with their bigs. You bring DeAndre Jordan in and cut him because he can't really move the same. Dwight Howard's the only big on the team, and he's getting older. And then Anthony Davis is hurt. So this all-around perimeter post defense, this team was just not going to defend well no matter what you did. So I don't know why everybody was talking about Frank Vogel's lineups and his schemes. There was no scheme or lineup was going to make this team a good defensive team when you look at how the roster was set up. So honestly, if you ask me, I think Rob Pelinka should be the one. If anybody's going to get fired or let go, it should be Rob Pelinka. But I understand he's the GM. He's not. They have to place the blame on somebody, so it's going to fall on Vogel. And I think Frank Vogel's a very good coach, as he showed when the Lakers won the championship in the bubble. Even if you want to discredit that call and Mickey Mouse ring, whatever it is, the Lakers still won the championship. And Frank Vogel and his defense had a lot to do with that. So yeah, I just hate to see him get thrown under the bus. But yeah, all of us who had questions or criticisms about this Lakers team at the beginning of the year, we're all keeping that same energy. That's what LeBron told us to do. So just like we criticized then, we're going to criticize now. So let me know what you guys think, and what should the Lakers do? Where are the Lakers going to go from here?